So here's the biggest question here. With this having no mid mufflers and no resonators, does this Catback drone? YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to the video. Welcome back to the channel, man. If you are new to the channel, I want to appreciate you guys first and foremost for just clicking on this video and support me on this YouTube thing. If you are new, like I just said, make sure you comment, like, most importantly subscribe to the channel, because we want to keep you around for the long haul. You can check out some of my other videos. I do a lot of car related stuff on this channel, and you like cars, you're here for a reason, man. So thank y'all for tuning in, and all my returning people, returning subscribers, returning viewers, I want to thank you guys for even rocking with me on this YouTube thing. We couldn't do this without you, and we're growing quite nicely, and I want to appreciate you guys for doing that first and foremost. So thank you if you have already tuned in. But we are not going to hold you too long. Let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So if you've been watching my channel, watching what I've been doing, I just recently put on a catback system for my car, the Mbrp 3-inch race catback. Now, I know you guys just see me put it on, but I'm going to do a review and talk about some of the things with it that I didn't talk about previously. Now, even though you guys just saw that I put it on, I actually had this catback on my car for actually a full month. So I put this on actually at the beginning of July. It's right now, as I'm recording this video, the end of July. So I've had it for a month. So this is kind of going to be like a 1 month review of it. I'm going to talk about, you know, how it sounds, all that type of stuff. Just kind of give you a review and what to expect if you're looking to get this catback. Now, I will save all the sounds and stuff like that for another video. So I'm gonna do some flybys, some rails, all that stuff's gonna be on a separate video so you can get true sound of what this thing sounds like. As I was looking into it, I found out there wasn't a lot of videos that gave me the sound of it, and I want to give you that on another video. So that's gonna be all on a separate video that I have yet to record, but I will be recording that for you guys. But let's go ahead and get into the review and talk about this particular catback. So let's first talk about cost of the Mbrp 3-inch race catback. Now, if you're looking to get a catback front MB, I keep messing up the name, Mbrp exhaust. If you're looking to get one for yourself, now keep in mind they do have 4 different options for you to get for the Charger and the Challenger. So pretty much if you have a Challenger and you're looking at this catback as well, this will be a pretty good review for you also, because the motors are the same. It's going to sound pretty much the same here. So you have a street profile and a race profile. So on my car, I have the race profile. Now, the race profile and the street profile, the main difference is the race profile does not have any mufflers on it whatsoever, while the street profile does have 2 like bullet style mufflers in the middle of the car. So that's mainly the only difference. But I just named 2 of the options. There are actually 4 options, as I stated. So you have an option that has the, let me make sure I say this right here, it has the aluminized steel, and you have an option that has the stainless steel. Now I went with the one with the stainless steel, because if you get the stainless steel, then let me walk back here real quick. The stainless steel one will allow you to get the carbon fiber tips. If you get the one with the aluminized steel, you do not get the carbon fiber tips with that. They would just be the bare metal tips. So I do suggest maybe getting the carbon fiber ones for a much cleaner look. You can see a close-up of how that looks there. Now also the aluminized steel, I'm not sure how aluminized steel holds up in the long run. Based on what they were saying online, it seems like of course the stainless steel probably hold up better long run as far as looks wise, stuff like that. Like I said, for the street profile, you have 2 options. You have the one that has the aluminized steel, and you have the stainless steel. So for the aluminized steel, you're gonna be paying $761 for that, for the catback. And for the one with the carbon fiber tips like this, for the street profile, you're gonna be paying $1191. So that's the price for that. But I have the race profile. Now I will say the the race profile will be cheaper than street profile because of the fact that the race profile does not have mufflers or resonators, while the street profile does have mufflers on it. So the race profile is actually going to be much cheaper than the street profile. So this is what you're looking at. I mean, the race profile, I should say. So the race profile, if you want the ones without the carbon fiber tips and the aluminum steel, you're looking at $671. But if you go with the kit that I got, the cap that I got, is going to cost you $1,086. So not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but compared to a lot of the catbacks on the market, you really can't beat that price. More of the popular ones such as Corsa and Boiler, things like that, you're gonna be running close to $2,000. But with this one, you're gonna be staying right around that $1,000 cost point. Now you get all the hardware and all that type of stuff. Since we're on the topic of the hardware, now the hardware itself is going to go into the installation here. All the hardware was really good, really solid, and honestly there was no issue to install whatsoever. Everything was the right length, the right size. You won't have any issues with doing the install on your car. The guy had to do it. You've seen him on here before doing the install. We were talking out there and he said that went in pretty easy. It was no drama, nothing like that. Then again, my car is relatively new, so it was easy to get the old exhaust off and put the new one on, but no issue with that. So if you look at doing the installs, should be pretty simple for you guys to do. No drama with it, like I said. All right, so another thing I want to get into now, I was looking up and doing research on this particular catback, and I was noticing in a lot of videos they have the street profile, and every time I looked at a street profile video, every installer almost said the same thing. They said that we went with the street profile because the race profile would be too loud and you can't hear yourself talk on the inside of the car. Guys, that is 100% false. I'm telling you that right now. I have the race profile, as I've mentioned numerous times on here, and the cabin noise inside is fine. At idling, it is fine. At highway speeds, driver speeds, it is fine. You're not going to have an issue talking to your passengers, or your passengers are going to have an issue just hearing anything. You can listen to your music just fine. Cabin noise is not an issue at all whatsoever. You got to remember, these cars have so much insulation on them. Like, it is designed to keep out all the road noise and things of that nature. And all your exhaust sounds here are coming out the back anyway. You're not going to have to worry about cabin noise. Like, you are fine. Of course, you have the windows down, you're going to hear it. Then, of course, we're going to have wind noise and all that type of stuff. But this will not interfere with what's going on inside the cabin. You can have your windows up, listen to your music just fine. If you're not driving, you can take a nap. You can take a nap and be just fine. This exhaust system would not hinder any of that whatsoever. So here's the biggest question here. With this having no mid mufflers and no resonators, does this catback drone? It does not drone, which is the crazy thing. So the way it engineered it here is the way the X pipe is designed. I think it is designed to kind of cancel out and take away some of that drone. It kind of acts as a muffler to a certain extent, the way it's designed, but I get no drone on it. And if you probably look at my previous video where I did my first drive with this car, like when I did that pull, the sound is extremely clean. It is a very clean sound. You're not going to have the raspiness that you may get if you do straight pipe and things of that nature. Now, I know there was a big question as far as if you go to a shop and you do like if you have them build out a 3-inch kit for you, or a 3-inch exhaust for you, if you do that, you're probably going to run into drone. The reason is because the way they're probably going to do the X pipe, they're going to probably do the X pipe close to similar to how the factory pipe is done, and that is going to cause that's going to cause drone. So if you straight pipe this car, yes, you'll get drone or whatnot, but the way this X pipe is designed, you don't get that. Now, here's my credentials of what I know about drone. My last car, if you've been rocking with the channel for a very long time, you know my previous car, I had a Dodge Challenger RT that was catless, no mufflers, no rear resonators, none of that. So I know what drone is. This is not drone. You do not get any kind of drone whatsoever. And I got this person, he creeping by looking at me while I'm trying to record the video. We all good though. No drone, none at all, I'm telling you. So if that is your concern, I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it again, no drone, none. So I did all this talking about doing a review. I know I said I was gonna say some of the sound for the other video, but I can at least give you all a start. Now, this will not be a cold start. This will be a warm start because it's about 90 degrees here and I just got done driving the car, so it's not gonna hit like it normally hits. But I'll give you a little taste of the sound here. Now, I'm gonna describe the sound the best way I can. Out of all the kits, I feel like this sound on this car is pretty deep. It has a deep tone to it, a deep clean tone to it. It kind of reminds me of if you take the factory sound on this car and turn it up a notch. That's pretty much what it sounds like. Of course, if you have the car, you delete the mid mufflers or straight pipe, things like that, it changes kind of the tone of the car, makes it a little bit more raspy, a little bit more high pitched noise come through, but you don't get really any high pitched noise with this kit at all whatsoever. And like I said, it is due to the fact that you have the 3-inch piping and the X pipe that they designed from the factory. So let me go ahead and give y'all a start. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can get a good idea of what we're talking about. So we're in standard parking lots. Now, like I said, this is not gonna hit the same. Actually, should I get close? Let's get back here. It's not gonna hit the same because of the fact that it is hot. So I'm over here. That's how it's gonna sound. Won't do it justice, but I'm telling you, really, really, really deep sound. Get on the inside of the car really quick so you can see how it sounds on the inside. Now I'm not gonna stay in here long, but just to give you an idea, we are inside the car. Actually, I have my sunroof popped open here, and you can see on the inside we're fine. It's good, and I'm gonna rev it a little bit just so. See there? No issues. Not even. We're good. We're good in that aspect here. Now let me go ahead and turn it off because, like I said, I'm gonna give you all the good stuff on another video. So I'm gonna turn it off here for you. All right, so another thing I wanna point out as well, with this particular kit, unlike the boiler and the Core 6 string, thing like that, this kit does not retain the exhaust flaps. Now you do have the the actuators for the active exhaust, but the tubing, the piping in the car no longer has the flaps. Now, if you want to retain your active exhaust flaps, then this kit probably is not for you. It definitely isn't for you. None of the kits retain the active exhaust. They're all 3-inch. Both the street and the race profile are both 3-inch. Just one has mufflers, one doesn't, but you don't keep your active exhaust valves at all whatsoever. If you need them, don't get this kit at all. But if you don't care about them, like me, I don't, this is definitely the kit for you for sure. Now, one plus about deleting the active exhaust flaps in the car is that you won't have to deal with the rattling that comes with it. Every person I know that has the active exhaust flaps in the car, they complain about rattling at some point or the squeaking and whatnot. You're not going to run into that with this because you no longer have it. And I know another question is, do you get any codes or anything whatsoever? You do not get any codes because the way the exhaust is designed, it does have a bracket to retain your actuators, and you bolt those back in and you plug them back up and everything is all good. So the car thinks it's still there. It does everything it should do, but you just don't have them, and you don't have to worry about it having them open or close. So this thing is open all the time. The last thing I want to mention here is if you are on the fence about whether you should get the street version or the race version, like I said, the only difference is the street version has the mufflers on them, right? And I talked about the sound of this car, stuff like that. In my personal opinion, now I've heard how a catless car sounds and all of that. Which one should you go with? I personally feel like the way this exhaust is kind of tame for what I was expecting it to be. Is it's not raspy, very deep tone. I personally would not get the street profile. If you want to hear a little bit of tone, I definitely would say go with the 3-inch race. I couldn't imagine having this sound then putting mufflers back on it because I feel like it might make it too quiet, if that makes sense. Like I said, this is not too crazy or anything like that. But then again, it is pretty hot, so the cold starts have been pretty tame. But when the car's been sitting, I'm telling you, the cold starts hit you in the chest a little bit, man. It's a big, loud, deep rumble. But like I said, depending on what your taste preference is going to be, I personally go race, but that's just me. You may have a different sound preference than I do, but hey, to each his own, right? Now, I did say early in the video, I'm gonna save you some of the good stuff for another video, but I do want to give you a little bit more sound out of this car here. So I'm cranking up, give you a couple rails so that way you can kind of hear from the outside on this video. But I will be making another video where I'm gonna give you pulls, flybys, shifts, up shifts, down shifts, everything pops, the crackles. I didn't mention that it does pop and crackle pretty nicely. Now, it's not going to be something crazy and unbearing. It does it very, very tastefully. So if you kind of like those pops and stuff like that, you're still going to have that with this particular exhaust system. But let me go ahead and give y'all a little bit of start off, give a little bit of rev real quick, just so y'all can like hear it a little bit. Now keep in mind, y'all want to stay tuned, come and do a full video of just nothing but exhaust clips, so you can get everything and make a even more better decision, more informed decision what exhaust you should go with. So let's go ahead and get that for y'all. So there you go, couple of revs and stuff like that. Now I got to get used to the automatic. I know my manual, the rev limit are much higher, but of course we can only go to about 4,000 while this thing is apart. That's why I'm gonna give y'all a different video where I'm gonna give y'all some more better sounds from this car and whatnot. So that is going to wrap up today's video. Now there's something in this video that I did not cover while reviewing this and give you some more information about this particular Catback. Definitely let me know, drop a comment below, and I definitely give you some information that I didn't cover, and I'll get back to you and all that type of stuff. So as always, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that comment, drop a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel and all that. Catch you on the next video. We're out. Cut it.